Okay, got Neil on film right now. It's Sunday, day after his birthday, so we don't have to talk about his birthday.
Welcome to the Flipout series again.
Yeah, Flipout. Now, I just want to quickly pan across. See, the TV is showing Jets versus Indiana. I just want to point out.
Everybody's got vertigo now.
Yeah, I know. Well, I don't want to do too much slow-mo around your house, but
no kidding. Okay.
So I'm here with Neil, and I walked in, and he was in the studio, and so the house gets locked down in certain areas, and the studio gets locked down.
Close a couple of doors, yeah.
So he told me he was going to be finished like an hour ago.
Yeah, and you told me you were going to be here an hour ago.
Yeah, I was busy picking up laptop number 2, getting fixed again.
You're not going to have Vista on this one, are you?
It's automatically installed. It's
really?
from new, yeah.
You can't go to Windows 7 nowadays?
They couldn't fix it, so they just gave me a brand new machine. But because everything was on the hard drive, they had to dump it off and put it back on.
Yeah.
So, I used to back up all my laptops, and I would suggest to anybody out there that they use. There's an online backup service.
You might show them my bank of hard drives.
Yeah,
but like 85 of them.
But that's
backed up.
That's a lot of hard work. So there's a few, but there's a couple of really good ones that automate it, and they keep it up to date. And you don't have to do anything. You're online, and it'll just back your laptops up. And
nice.
Amazon offers a service, so does Google, and there's a couple of others.
Okay.
But this one wasn't because it was brand new. And I just hadn't gotten around to it. I was still setting stuff up. And then my other laptop started frying, and as you know, I've got machines in 2 different storages.
Yeah.
So I was computerless.
Except for when you were here.
Right, so I had to do that. And using my iPhone, which is why typing errors increased.
Right.
But, so why were you not finished?
Oh, I had a shaving accident this morning, and it wouldn't stop bleeding. So I was thinking, let's see, should I just go out there with like a Band-Aid on my chin right here, or should I go,
So I would have gone out and let the blood fly, because what I was thinking is...
it was dripping. It was like, all over the guitar.
No, I was thinking, what a great... this is a blood sport. I mean, this is hardcore.
We had your fingers bleeding the other day.
Yeah, exactly.
Your thumb when we were working on that song yet to be remained... that shall remain nameless for now.
This is like that movie Tropical Thunder. We both got dropped off in the jungle and had to do survival skills for a week before we started the site.
Yeah.
And guitar is hardcore, mate. We bleed for you.
Yeah.
But you ruined it by telling them that you shaved. So it's football day today, and most of you people understand that I'm an Australian and I follow Australian rules. I'm actually less of a rugby fan and more of an AFL fan, which is Australian Football League, or footy as we like to call it. But I love rugby as well. Rugby union, which is, I think, a more intelligent game. Rugby league is just big blokes running at each other with very little tactics. But I watch American football, and I love to poke Americans about American football because they wear helmets and pads and all the rest of it. And Americans tend to be a bit sensitive about that stuff, has been proven in the past. But the reality is I love it. And I don't give that away too much.
Too late now.
Yeah.
Exposed.
And when my beloved Gators, didn't quite make it this year after 3 champion years, I turned to the pros, and of course my second favourite team is wherever Brett Favre plays.
Yeah, and it's coming up in a couple hours.
It is coming up in a couple of hours, and I want to talk about Brett Favre for a minute and how it relates to...
Okay. Check the time. Oh no, these ones are only going at
It's 4 minutes, we're good.
Oh, okay.
This is real, guys. So...
but we're missing the rest of this game. I'm trying to watch it over your shoulder.
It's boring.
Yeah, it's okay.
And who wants to watch a Colts and
Jets.
And no, Jets are okay, but who wants to watch if the Colts win? Who wants to watch the
Peyton Manning against Brett Favre? Be a great matchup.
That would be the great matchup.
That's the selling point right there.
So I want to talk about Brett Favre because I followed him to the Jets, and everybody said, you're wasted. You should just retire, not go to the Jets. Then he went to the Jets. He started winning. People said, well, he'll fail in the second half of the season, and he did. And people just had a go at him. But what they didn't, he never said, I played with a dislocated shoulder for the second half of the season. No one knew until the end.
Yeah.
And here's this champion who's proven himself over a long time, And why is he a champion? Because he practices, and over a period of time, he had some skill, but he developed the skill and he focused and concentrated. And he's not the quickest. He's not the, he doesn't have necessarily the best arm in the league. He doesn't have, he's not the most athletic. He's not the youngest or the fittest or anything. But he just puts it all together in a way that, has kept him going and longevity.
We gotta have you on camera when you're giving this, when you're doing these speeches.
No, we're feeding back.
You're getting tired of seeing me. That's all they ever do is look at me.
That's all right. That's I like leading from the back.
Yeah, okay.
So anyway, Brett obviously joined after another year where everybody said, "Well, listen, you really should hang it up this time."
Yeah.
Well, here he is with the Vikings, and they're in the playoffs, and one game away from the bowl. And here's a guy that I look at as having something internally, mentally going on that drives him above the rest. And also the concept that if he started believing he was too old, too slow, too this, too that, he wouldn't have been able to do what he's done.
Yeah.
Whether he wins today or not is actually largely not as important as the fact that he's here right now.
That he got this far, yeah.
And so here's a guy playing at 40 years old, and when retirement for quarterbacks is 35 or younger, usually, or even less than that.
27 a lot of times. A lot of them only make it a few years.
Right, and I was looking up the stats for recruited quarterbacks from college last year, and there were 35 quarterbacks recruited from the draft.
Wow.
And we only know that 3 did any good at all this year.
Yeah.
One played a season when, frankly, there was no one else to fill his shoes, so that's why he actually got a gig. Mm-hmm. But reality is there's a huge failure rate, and at the end of the day, this guy's proven himself. I wanted to relate it to guitar playing because, for any of you who think I'm too old to play, to learn, or to get anywhere, or to do anything with this, join the club. I've had those moments myself. And it's not too old, it's not too late. And, let's barrack for him and for the idea that old guys or people who have been written off by absolutely everybody, other than himself and perhaps his wife and maybe the guy who recruited him, although even he had some doubts mid-season, the coach, jabbed him a few times.
Yeah.
But the guy's a winner.
Yeah.
And once a winner, always a winner. Don't ever dismiss a winner and a champion. He has a mindset. And that's the mindset you guys need to develop as you're learning these lessons. Don't ever get, this is just too hard, or I'm too old for this. My fingers are too slow. My fingers are too fat. Look at how small my fingers are. They probably look huge there.
There you go.
But I mean,
this is the anti-Smurf shot.
Let's compare hands for a second. Put up your hand. Look, baseball mitt hands here. Right? I have tiny, soft, and look, baby hands. Yeah. Baby hands. My skin's so soft, it's not funny. And we've all got excuses. We've all got reasons. I don't have much power in my hands because I haven't played for a long time and all this and rah-rah. And the first song I picked was a 7. I'm learning a 7. I'm not learning a campfire song, I'm learning a 7 because I want to believe that I can do anything if I apply myself. So I wanted you to have that experience, and I wanted to say, go Vikings! Yeah. And I don't know if you know the song to the Vikings. Do you know that? Could you even play that or whatever?
The one that Prince just wrote?
It's the new one, yeah.
That Prince wrote?
Yeah.
I only saw the lyrics. It's all about purple and gold. It sounds like absolutely...
I'm sure you could finger pick a beautiful version of that. Actually, I'll tell you what.
There would have to be a melody involved.
Yeah.
I'm not about to...
I'd love to see somebody chuck up the Viking song. And if you barrack for any of the other teams, I'm sorry, but I'm all in Minnesota. So hopefully you'll see this in time before the game and you'll get some good out of this. So.